Hello everyone, and welcome to today's practice. If you saw my post earlier today, I asked you to pay attention this morning to how you were managing your energy, from what you consumed, whether it was food or drink, to what you consumed on social media, in your reading, even what you listen to. So much of our energy gets drawn into these things, at least I notice this in myself, gets drawn into these things that don't really benefit my well-being. In fact, it tends to scatter my energy. So I ask you through this practice to pay attention to where your energy goes. What are you doing that is helping increase your energy? Whether it's the inner talk, are you talking to yourself in a compassionate and kind way? Or are you posing these limiting beliefs on yourself that you're not enough or that it needs to be perfect? Also, just paying attention to really what you need. A lot of our energy gets dispelled into these areas that we think we should put it. Rather than any shoulding on yourself, I ask you to trust yourself and do what you need to do to benefit your own health. So we're going to start in what's called Baddha Konasana. If you would like, you're welcome to sit on a pillow, a bolster, or a folded blanket. And this is our seated butterfly. No. So you're going to bring your feet together, and it's up to you how close your heels are to your bottom. And then I'd like you here to walk your sits bones back so you can be as upright in your pelvic bowl as possible. And you might do a little rock forward and back so that you can really feel your spoon or your pelvis like a bowl, and your spine upright in that bowl. And then you can place your hands to your shins or your ankles, anything to help support that upright spine. Feel your shoulders drop down your back, and then let your chin come into your throat, letting your gaze either softly land on your toes, but let it be an unseeing gaze, soft, unfocused. Or you can allow your eyes to close completely. There are 4 parts to our energy. Our physical body of energy, our mental body of energy, our emotional body of energy, and our spiritual body of energy. So first, taking note of how you're feeling physically. And right away, just notice, are you being kind and compassionate to yourself here? Would it be a more kind practice to wiggle your heels away from your bottom, or to place blocks underneath your knees, or to even lift yourself up and out of your seat by using support under your bottom? Feel free to adjust as necessary, as we don't always find it right away. And then noticing in the physical body as well, can you release your brow? Let your eyes become heavy in the sockets, releasing the muscles around them. Can you even soften your tongue and your jaw? Next, we'll bring our awareness to our mental energy. And just observe, are you feeling sleepy or scattered? Do you feel relaxed or anxious? Where is your energy here? What is occurring? Taking your awareness next to your emotional energy. This metaphorically resides at the center of our chest, in our heart. Are you feeling grief? Are you feeling joy? Are you feeling uncertain? Just take stock to know from where you begin today. And lastly, where is your spiritual energy? Remember, your spirit is your connection. It's your connection to yourself, to others, to the world at large, the universe, if you will. How connected are you feeling today? And then when you're ready, please bring your awareness to your breath. On your inhale, can you feel the low back ribs expand outward? And on your exhale, can you maybe feel the inner thighs, the outer hips release a little bit more? Again, inhaling, feeling the back ribs expand, keeping your breath in an energetic center. The exhale, allowing your breath to completely leave your body. Continue to let your mind rest on your breath and really let it rest. Feel some softness enter your mental space. Our minds tend to be quite busy, and this in itself can be a big drain on our energy levels. So can you just allow any thoughts that arise to pass? Just like the many clouds that are in our sky here in Northwest Iowa today. And maybe allow there to be much more of that bright blue open sky in your mind. I was recently listening to a podcast that said if we replace the I in illness with the we in wellness, and maybe you've seen this meme, that it will be a benefit to all. But what this podcaster continued to say is that we cannot just drop right into the we, that we must first acknowledge and give energy to the me. And she did not mean the egoic me, that strives for power outside of self. Rather, I think she was referring to the spirit, the soul me. That little bit of the divine that resides within us all, that connects us. So as you practice today, again, give yourself what you need to replenish, to care for your own energy. The bottom of your next exhale, if you would like, palms come together, thumbs resting at your heart. Just taking some moment here to become curious around what that might mean for you. What do you need energetically today? And then can you state this as a sankalpa with an I am phrase? maybe even a few times, really allowing yourself to become grounded in your intention. And when you feel ready, yogis, an exhale will bow your chin and blink open your eyes. And please release your hands back to your ankles or your arches. We're going to start off with a little forward fold here today. Shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift your heart and lengthen through the top of your head. And on your exhale, belly button in as you begin to fold. And you decide how far you go. You might even decide staying upright is really where your benefit is. On each inhale, feel your shoulders slip down your back, get long, heart, top of head extending. And on your exhale, navel in, can you maybe release a little more of that energy that you're holding in your tension? Remember, long exhales help this to release. We'll take one more cycle of breath here. And on your next inhale, please make your way back up. Preparing for a little twist, please press the pinky toe edges of your feet together. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Shoulders down the back. Please try to be as upright here as you can. Again, inhale, lift, heart, top of head to sky. Navel in, and on your exhale, begin to twist. Keep your chin towards your throat, please, yogis. Each inhale, lengthening. And each exhale, maybe going a little deeper. And you might even look for that little bit of rotation in the neck as you take your gaze towards your left shoulder, chin to throat. Energy attracts energy. Like attracts like. Again, pay attention through this practice. What are you giving your energy to? And remember that love is an energy that heals all. Judgment, shame, blame. It's a negating cycle. Practice kindness. On your inhale, back to center. The exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Shoulders slip down as you inhale again, lengthen through your spine. Navel in as you exhale and twist as deep as feels right to you on this side. Again, chin to throat. Each inhale, this opportunity to get tall. Each exhale, an opportunity to go a little deeper if that's appropriate. And again, maybe you look for that rotation in the neck as you take gaze to right shoulder, chin to throat. Long exhales. Begin to release some of the tension in your body. Soften your gaze, relax your mouth. And on your next inhale, please make your way back to center, keeping the right hand back, left hand back, finding a bit of a back bend here. Shoulders drop down. Inhale, root the sits bones, push into your fingertips as you begin to feel your heart lift. It's really the back ribs rolling into the spine, helping your heart move to the ceiling. You decide how much to let your head fall back. Soften the throat, your mouth, your gaze, what's happening with your breathing here. And on your next inhale, make your way back up. When you're ready, yogis, if you'd like, you can take hands to outer edges of thighs to bring your knees back together, and then you'll make your way to all fours. You're welcome to pad the knees at any time. Knees below hips, wrists below shoulders. Your wrist creases are trying to be parallel to the top edge of the mat or the wall that's ahead of you. Fingers spread evenly. Please root down in your index finger and thumb. And let's create some arm strength here. Turn the inner elbows forward and feel your shoulders draw down from the ears. Preparing for some cat-cow. On your inhale, feel your belly lower. Feel the back ribs again roll into the spine, helping your heart extend forward. Comfortably lift your chin. And on an exhale, round your spine. Feel your navel in. The back of your heart lift to the sky as you bring your chin in toward your chest. Each inhale, belly lowers. The back ribs below the shoulders roll into the spine, helping the heart reach forward. Lift your chin. On your exhale, push the floor away. Make as much space between the floor and your navel as you can. Navel in, back of heart lifting, chin to throat. Continue to move as feels right to you. You might even decide to pause in any of those areas that feel tight, inviting the inhale to that tension and allowing a complete exhale to help release whatever you're feeling there, to free up that energy. Notice if you can soften your mouth. Maybe you let your eyes drift closed to relax your eyes. And how deeply are you breathing? Can you let it be a full, nourishing breath? One of the ways that we can really manage our energy is to become conscious of our thoughts. To not get too far to the past, too ahead to the future, but really to be in the unbound limitlessness of right now. When we do this, it also allows ourselves to be limitless. We do not become caught up as easily in these old patterns, habits, beliefs. We purely live in the moment. Let's just take a couple more rounds of breath here. You are always welcome to go into any free-form movement when and if you'd like. Just go where the body needs to go to free up and find space. And when you feel ready, please make your way back to neutral. Preparing for a toe stand, knees as wide as it's appropriate. Please tuck your toes. Again, you're welcome to stay here if this is what's appropriate for you today. If it feels all right and you'd like to go a little further, you could stand on the knees. Or if it's in your practice today, you're welcome to sit back on the heels. And know that you can move between any of those variations as is right for you. We're doing a little different stretch on the wrists today. First, I'd like you to take your hands, really it's about your fingertips, the upper fingertips, to your waist, to the iliac crest there, the big bones on the sides. Shoulders down, collarbones wide. Gently press the palms here and begin to reach through the heel of the hand as you're a little forward. Let your chin come down to your throat. Feel your heart lift. And if you'd like here, with the chin coming down, your exhale can take your gaze to the right. Chin toward throat, gaze toward shoulder. Inhaling to center, exhaling to the left, chin to throat, gaze to shoulder. On your next inhale, make your way to neutral. Gently release the hands, and this round you're going to place the back of the hand to your waistline. Gently press into the waist, and then feel your elbows draw together toward the back body. Shoulders down, heart lifting. And here, if you'd like, chin to throat, you'll start to lean right ear to right shoulder. What's your breath like? Can you feel it into the backs of your palms? Inhaling, head up. Exhaling, left ear to left shoulder. Nice, you guys. Inhaling, back to neutral. Release your hands if you'd like. Roll out a couple times each way. And whenever you feel prepared, make your way back down to tabletop, all fours. Untucking your toes, you're welcome to gently drum the top of the foot on the mat. Encourage blood flow back into the toes. If you'd like your props nearby, please have them. We're making our way into down dog. Again, wrist crease parallel to top edge of mat or wall ahead of you. Spread your fingers evenly. Step your feet back, and when you're ready, lift your hips to the sky. Feet are about hip width. If you'd like, you can step the feet in a bit. You can bring a bend into the knees, anything to help your spine feel nice and long. You're welcome here to do a slow pedal, or maybe you'd like to take your hips side to side like you're wagging an imaginary tail. Maybe you'd like to even lift up onto the balls of the feet, or be still. Just let this be a conscious decision. Creating some strength in the arms. Please root your index fingers, your thumbs down. Feel your inner elbows turn toward them. And then allow the outer edges of your shoulder blades to lift, widen the upper back. Your head is dangling free. As you yawn your mouth open, stick your tongue out. Let it go. Deep breathing, navel to spine. So one of the best things that we can do to increase our energy is to move. In fact, asana is an opportunity to let our flow of energy in the body evolve, as well as our spirit. So just take stock as you move without judging, and just notice how your energy levels are. What are you doing to help yourself? Always being kind, making your way. On your next exhale, bending the knees, sinking the hips back as you press your hands into the floor and forward. Find a little extra length through your spine. You might even wiggle your tail or soften your neck. And when you feel ready, an inhale will press your legs towards straight. On your next exhale, please look to your hands, and however pleases you, make your way to powerful pose. Feet about hip width today. Please let the weight be in your heels and sink your hips down. And remember, blocks provide us space, which is what we're looking to create. Do not be afraid to bring them in. On your next inhale, yogis, you're going to tip weight into the balls of the torso to thighs as you start to straighten your legs, reaching your thighs back towards your edge. Release your head. And on your exhale, weight in the heels, sink the hips, navel in as you get long from tail through crown. We'll do a few more like this. Inhale, weight into the balls of the feet, thighs, torso touching them. Reach your thighs back, release your head. Exhale, weight in the heels, sink the hips, navel in, long torso. Last one here. Inhale, weight into the balls of the feet, to thighs, thighs reaching back, release your head. On your exhale, weight into the heels, sink the hips, pause, glutes strong, belly button in, arms up. They can be parallel to the floor. You might lift them up toward the ears. Feel your navel in, and really lift through heart, top of head. On your next inhale, push down and lift up. A little bit of a back bend, please. Glutes strong, navel in. Again, feeling the back ribs roll into the spine, lifting the heart. On an inhale, make your way back to neutral. The exhale, releasing hands to sternum, palms to sides. Just noticing how you feel. One more cycle of breath. All 10 toes pointing forward. Root through the 3 points in your feet, big toe mounts, pinky toe edges, heels. A little bend in the knees so you're not locking out. Glutes strong, navel in, preparing for side bends. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And on your exhale, left hand to right wrist. Inhale, get tall, keeping the lower half firm. Exhale, up and over to the left. Root the right foot and really reach. Remember, being able to breathe deep is a loving action. If it feels like your breath can't get deep in the right side body, come out of the side bend a bit. Set your ego aside and allow your soul, which is loving, compassionate energy, to come forward. On an inhale, back to center. And on an exhale, right hand to left wrist. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, up and over, side bend to the right. Root the left foot to reach. Again, just noticing, how are you working with your energy? Are you pushing too hard? Are you coming in too soft? Are you right where you need to be? We're doing this in a decisive, not a judging way. Inhaling back to center, staying honest and truthful, releasing. On your next exhale, powerful pose. Weight in the heels, sink the hips, feel the glutes strong, the belly button in. Really reach the sternum, the top of the head to the sky. And on your next exhale, fold. Torso to thighs, hands to blocks, floor. As you bring weight into the balls of your feet and reach your thighs as far back as feels appropriate. We're going to start picking up the pace here, yogis. On your next inhale, please step your left foot back. Again, blocks will help assist. Lengthen, widen here in your lunge. Reach through the back heel, glutes strong, belly button in. Draw your shoulders from your ears and be a long line of energy from left heel through the top of your head. Deep breathing. On your next exhale, can you bring left knee toward the floor? And on your inhale, press through the back heel, straighten the leg. We'll do 2 more like that. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale, reach through the left heel, soften your mouth, your gaze. Exhale, left knee down. And inhale, press the left leg straight. From here, you're going into what's called wide angle forward fold. You might like to take your blocks with you, traveling to the left. Please turn your toes in, your heels out. And then you're going to bring your weight into the balls of the feet as you lift your kneecaps and your sits bones to the sky. Let the top of your head release down to the floor. Release your neck. 1 more round of breath. Inhale, press your arms towards straight. Turn your toes in, your heels up. We're going into a preparation for our skandasana. Moving into the left knee bending. On your next exhale, walk your hands or your props. As you sink into the left hip, maybe lift the right toes. And on an inhale, make your way back to neutral. Exhale, sinking into left hip, maybe lifting right toes, left knee to left pinky toe. Inhale, back to center. We'll do 1 more like this. Exhale, sink, pause. Keep left knee to left pinky toe, glute strong, lift your right knee. And maybe you come up into our balancing skandasana. Shoulders down, collarbones wide. Let your chin come to your throat. Where's your breath here, yogis? Nice. All right, from here, we're pushing up to our warrior 2. Right toes down. Drop your left heel back and out. Shoulders down the back, collarbones wide. Feel really rooted here. Right knee to right pinky toe, left pinky toe to the floor. Left kneecap up. And then we're going into our side angle from here. Right forearm to thigh, left arm straight up to the ceiling. Press arm to the leg and lean back in the left side body. So we're going to practice moving from this side angle, if you'd like to watch first, to our skandasana. Do what feels right. You don't have to go super deep. It can be nice and light. Where's your energy through this practice? What's your thought process? On your next inhale, push up, right arm up. On your exhale, hands to heart. Draw your right knee up, left knee to pinky toe. Inhale, push up. Exhale, right forearm to thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Adjust as necessary. Exhale, sink. We'll do 3 more. Inhale up if they're in your practice. You decide. Soften your gaze. Deepen your breath. Take a break if need be. No judgment, you guys. Manage your energy. And we're going to end in our side angle. Adjust your feet. Maybe you stay with forearm on thigh. Maybe it's accessible to take hand to inner right leg. You can use a prop here. Right knee to pinky toe. Use the rooting in hand and foot to lean back a little bit more on left side. Full breath here, you guys. And on your next exhale, please make your way down to plank. And then you're rolling into a side plank on your left side. You could do full side plank. You could do left knee down side plank. You decide. Shoulders down, top hip coming a little more forward. And then rolling into your variation on wild thing. If left knee is down, you're going to step right foot back and roll your heart open to the sky with the rooting of your left index finger. If you are in full side plank, you'll drop to the outer edge and step the right foot back. Push everything that's touching the earth down and lift your hips, you guys. Wide collarbones. And on your next exhale, right hand down, right foot down. You're going to make your way to your stomach. If you'd like to chaturanga, you could. I'm not going to lead that today. Knees down, shoulders down the back, navel in as you lower like a stiff board. Untuck the toes, please. We're preparing for cobra here. Tops of feet, pelvis into the floor, index finger and thumb rooting down. On your next inhale, feel the back ribs roll in toward the spine. Reach your heart forward. So this first originates from the strength of your core. And then let's add the arms. Index finger, thumb push down, helping to lift the heart a little higher. Draw the hands back, the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the pelvis, the tops of your feet rooted. Can your chin come down, conserving your energy a bit more? Are you clenching the teeth together? Can you soften? And on your next exhale, yogis, release. You're welcome to stay on your stomach to pause, catch your breath. Maybe you'd like to push up and back into your child's pose. Maybe you take some long exhales. This helps when you breathe out the mouth to release any inward building pressure. It also helps to balance the inhale and the exhale. And just notice, how are you feeling energetically? Are you aligning with your intention today? We're always looking for that compassionate, kind action. Not beating ourselves up, but rather like we're working with the child variation of ourselves. How would you treat that individual? All right, you guys, when you're ready, you're going to make your way back to down dog. And you might do a little pedal sway here. We're not going to stay too long. You might like to release your head, your neck again. You might like to be still. And becoming mindful of whichever foot brought you forward the last time. We always have a lead foot we'd like. Allow it to be the other foot to take you to powerful pose this round. Feet hip width. Weight in the heels. Sink your hips. Navel in. Please bring your arms up, either parallel to the floor or biceps by the ears. Lift the heart, the top of your head. And on an inhale, continue to press to standing. Glutes strong, navel in. Feel the heart lift as the low ribs, back ribs roll into the spine, taking the heart higher. And on an inhale, back to neutral. Exhaling, hands to heart. Palms to sides. Pause for a round of breath. On an inhale, sweep the arms, lift the heart, the chin. Back into powerful pose. Exhale, sink. Weight and heels, glutes strong, navel to spine. And next exhale, continue to fold. Torso to thighs, hands to props, floor. Allow the weight to come into the balls of the feet. Reach your thighs as far back as feels appropriate. Can you release your neck a bit more? All right, second side, you guys. Step the right foot back. The blessing of the first side is you don't know where you're going. The curse of the second side is that you do know where you're going. Or you could inverse that so that you can help benefit your energy here. Lengthen, widen. Reach through the right heel. Glutes strong, navel in. Again, draw the shoulders down the back. Feel the heart and the top of your head extend this long diagonal line. Deep breathing. And on your next exhale, right knee to floor. Inhale, press through the right heel, extend the leg. 2 more. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Preparing to go into wide angle forward fold. Taking props with you if you'd like. Rotate to the right. Toes in, heels out. A wider stance is kinder. You do you. Again, let the weight come into the balls of your feet, your hands. Lift your kneecaps, your sits bones, and allow the top of your head to release down. You might like to do a little shake here and release any holding in your neck, or yawn your mouth open again. All right, you guys. On an inhale, straighten the arms. Heels in, toes out, preparing for this lateral lunge. On your next exhale, sink the right hip, lift the left toes if it feels okay. Remember, right knee to right pinky toe, left kneecap drawing up. And on your inhale, back into the wide angle forward fold. Walk yourself. Exhale, sinking to the right, draw the left toes up, go as deep as feels good. Exhale, back, or inhale, back to center. Last one here. Exhale, sink. Left kneecap up, flex the foot, right knee to pinky toes. And if it feels okay, you guys, skandasana, hands to heart. Where's your breath? Preparing for warrior 2. Inhale, push up. And exhale, come into your variation. Adjust your stance if need be. It's okay if you don't get there right away. Feel the right pinky toe push down, the right kneecap up, glutes strong, navel in. On your next exhale, left forearm to thigh, right arm straight up. Again, side angle. Keep the glutes engaged, helping you stabilize. Again, we're thinking of moving from this side angle on the left to our skandasana on the right. You do you. When you're ready, you guys. Inhale, press up, left arm up. Exhale, sink. Adjust your feet if necessary. Inhale, press up. Exhale, left forearm to thigh. 4 more rounds if they're in your practice. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Keep moving if it's appropriate for managing your energy consciously. Watch that inner voice. Let this be your practice with my offerings. You decide what's right. Choose your own adventure. Nice to you guys. Pausing in side angle. You can keep forearm to thigh, use support or hand to floor to maybe take it a little lower. Left knee to pinky toe, root in left hand and foot, and use that to lean back in the right side body. Can you appreciate your breath? Can you celebrate the wellness that you do have? We always harp on ourselves. I should do this, I should do that. Celebrate where you are. Let all the shoulds go. On your next exhale, right hand down, preparing for plank. And you're going to go into side plank on your left side. Left knee down or roll to the pinky toe edge of your left foot. You can stack your feet, you can stack or align them. You decide. And then from here, you might step right foot back and come into your variation of wild thing. Root down and lift the hips. On your next exhale, if you haven't, make your way back to plank pose. And again, your choice, yogis. I'm not going to lead chaturanga, but you're welcome to go through it. Or on an exhale, knees down. Keep strong from knees through top of head and lower to the mat. Untuck the toes. Feet as wide as feels good to you here. Second round of cobra. Starting with the torso. On your inhale, feel the back ribs below your shoulders. Roll into the spine and reach your heart forward. Root the tops of the feet, the pelvis. And then let's find our arm strength. Draw the hands back, the shoulders down, rooting to the index finger and lift. We don't want to lock the arms out here. We want to keep the elbows bent, the elbows gently hugging into the waistline. Build some strength here. Don't just... Can you just appreciate the stillness? Nice job, you guys. All right. Our hip stretch for today is going to be pigeon pose. If this pose is not one that you find very kind in your body, I would like you instead to come into 90-90 if you've practiced that with me before, or you can come into thread the needle or what's also known as figure 4. So you just go where it's appropriate for you. Coming back into down dog. If you'd like, on your inhale, you can lift the right leg high. And everyone, on your exhale, you're going to bring right knee in behind right wrist and set the right shin down. I like to sit the left knee down from there and even walk back in the knee if that's appropriate for you. So we want to stay on top of the extended leg thigh. We don't want to drop off into the right. So you might even take some support and prop yourself up there. I find tucking the toes helps me stay honest in the back leg. You do you. Glutes strong, navel in. And let's stay up for a little bit to just find this little bit of back bend. So you can drop your shoulders down, and again, feel the back ribs. Roll in toward the spine, lifting your heart. But try not to let this overarch into the neck, let your chin come down. Soften your mouth, big inhales. Send them into where you're feeling this pose the most. And long exhales. Can you begin to feel your body soften where you're holding the most tension? Let's just take one more breath upright. And if you'd like to go into sleeping pigeon, you can bring forearms down, or you can rest forearms in a bolster, pillow, your blocks, whatever works for you. Just keep your heart reaching forward and the back of the neck long. Stay with what you feel. So other ways we can manage our energy is to pay attention to those things we find beautiful, to appreciate them. I know for me, this sometimes shows up as turning off the news and turning on some music that just fills me up, makes me feel alive. Making sure you drink water, as I listen to my dog go to town in her water bowl, is a wonderful way to help flush toxins, particularly after this practice. Since you've done a lot of movement, I would suggest drinking a glass or two. Last round of breath here for this pigeon pose. Wrists back below shoulders, making your way up and back to down dog as suits you, yogis. You might do a little pedal sway here. You might be still, just notice the difference in the sides. think that's one of the beautiful parts of our practice, being able to see what the work we've done has afforded us in the body. And if you like, second side, inhaling, left leg up if it's appropriate, if you did on the other side. On your exhale, left knee behind left wrist. Set the shin down. Flex the foot if you'd like. I always feel like that helps me get deeper into the left outer hip. And again, you can walk the knee back if that's appropriate. You can support the left hip so you can stay more upright on the right thigh. Tucking toes if that helps you stay rooted and on top of the right thigh. Again, we're starting off a little bit of back bend. Glutes strong, navel in. Feel your shoulders draw down, and then the ribs just below your shoulder blades. Let them roll into the spine and lift the heart. Bring your chin down to your throat. Help to soothe the nervous system. Big inhales going right into where you're feeling this the most. Long exhales, relaxing in the left hip, low back, your jaw, your eyes. Let's take one more round here. And if you'd like to go deeper, please make your way. Again, shoulders down, heart, back of neck long, reaching forward. Keep the breath deep. Stay aware of what's going on in your thoughts, in your physical body, what's happening with the energies there. Are you staying kind and loving? I know in my own practice, when I really started to practice loving myself and trusting myself, it pulled me out of some pretty dark, deep times. This is why I've become so passionate about the yoga practice, about having self-awareness. Because it was through yoga, not medication, through a little bit of therapy, that I was able to really begin loving myself and trusting myself. And some beautiful byproducts of that are that I'm able to be more loving in my relationships, my family, in others, trusting the universe a little bit more, or a lot more. It makes me feel more anchored in myself and who I am. And there's all these gifts that I hope to share with those that practice with me. All right, you guys, when you're ready, wrists back below shoulders. Make your way back to down dog. Again, you could be still, notice what you've done. You could do a little movement to just help free up any of that energy you've released. Soften your neck. And when you feel ready, please make your way down and find a seat. Preparing for Paschimottanasana. You're welcome to sit on bolster, blanket here. Let it just come into the sits bones, the front edge. If you'd rather like, you can draw the sits bones back. Remember, a wider leg is kinder, so figure out where you are today. Flexing your feet, rooting your thighs down. If you have low back concerns, I suggest staying upright. You can even root hands into floor below shoulders and push down so you lift up and out of your waistline. If you'd rather, yogis, hands to floor, thighs. Inhale, lengthen through the heart, again the top of the head. On your exhale, everyone navel in, and if it's appropriate, invite the forward fold. Each inhale, shoulders down. Feel this length through the spine, heart, top of head. A long exhale, navel in. Release what you can, as you can. Noticing if the usual suspects are picking up energy. Softening the shoulders, around your neck, in your mouth, your eyes. And Again, allow your mind to be quiet. Any thoughts that arise, passing like the passing clouds. Maybe you even envision the space of your mind as a bright blue sky. Deep breaths, complete exhales, helping you let go. Let's just take a few more rounds here. Nice, you guys. And with your next inhale, please make your way back up. And we'll be going down to our backs for supported shoulder stand and final twist. So have your support with you. Knees below hips. Excuse me. Heels below knees. Feet widening as much as feels good for you. And when you're ready, you decide. Level 1 on the block if you're not feeling very open in the back body. Level 2 if you're feeling a little more open. Just go where feels appropriate. Trust your inner guide. When you're ready, drive the knees down to lift your hips up and set your support to your low back. Feel nice and supported. Again, you're welcome as always to stay right here, tucking shoulders under, letting arms lay alongside the torso, palms up to relax the shoulders a bit more. Allow the back of your neck to be long, chin to throat. You can stay here, or maybe if you'd like to, one leg at a time, you can take one leg up. If it feels okay, both legs up. Softly stacking, ankles over knees, knees over hips. Just enough engagement to keep the legs afloat. You can let your eyes drift closed. And really focus on the inhale, coming in, letting the navel rise away from your spinal column. Even feeling the breath in the low mid-back. And a long exhale. Helping to bring your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest, digest, repair nervous system forward even more. If you have one leg up, please feel free to switch them out. If you need to wiggle your toes to keep the blood flowing in your feet, do. On your next exhale, yogis, bending both knees. Please set one foot and then the other back down to the floor. Heels below knees. You can widen the stance if that feels okay. Drive the knees down to lift your hips up and remove your support. And then I offer you a slow roll down if it feels appropriate. Trying to touch each of your vertebrae the best you can to the floor. Navel in, helping you articulate your low back. Can you let your sacrum be the very last thing to come down? And if that's not possible, can you be mindful about judging yourself? And again, stay with that light, energy, love, kindness. Pausing at the bottom. When you'd like, yogis, you could come into a reclined child's pose, letting the knees be wide. You could hold hamstrings or the shins. You're welcome to stay right here, or maybe you go into happy baby. You can hold the ankle or the pinky toe edge of the foot, letting the bottom of your foot be somewhat parallel toward the ceiling. Wherever you choose to be, let your shoulders be heavy to the floor. And maybe you start to kick the legs gently or to rock on your side to massage the back. when you feel balanced in that bit of massage, do find some stillness. Weight of your arms drawing the knees down wherever you are. And if you're holding your feet in happy baby, gently press your hands and feet together and notice how this changes what you feel. Soft mouth, relaxed tongue. And on your next exhale, release, preparing for a final twist. You could bring feet down to the floor if you'd like, something a little more gentle. Or if it feels okay in your body, you can bring legs up into a 90-degree angle. Arms to a T wherever you choose to be, navel to spine. On your next exhale, everyone begin to lower the legs to the right with control. We want to keep the left shoulder anchored, you guys. So if that means softening the bend in the knees or the flexion in your hips, do. You might like to take your right hand very lightly to the outer left thigh, just helping to remind you of this twist. You might like to roll your head to the left, or even drag with the left palm up, the left arm up on a bit of a diagonal, finding a little more space across the heart. Inhaling deep into the left low back. Long exhales, helping you to soften in this twist. And another wonderful thing that we can do for our own well-being is to offer kindness to others without expectation of anything at all. As I've mentioned before, I'm offering these classes as a bit of a pay it forward. And in light of maybe you carrying on this pay it forward, you do something that will help someone else, whether it's a neighbor or a family member or someone you don't even know. Remember, when we can take care of others, it helps us take care of ourselves too. We are connected in this way. On your next exhale, arms back to a T, navel to spine. Please make your way back up in whatever way feels appropriate. And then prepare for second side when you're ready. Navel in, exhaling both legs to the left, again with control. Left hand lightly to outer right thigh if you choose. Right shoulder anchored, please. Soften the bend in the knees, the hips, if that helps. Head rolling to the right. And if you'd like to on this side, right palm up. Drag the right arm on a diagonal. Somewhere you can still breathe comfortably. Deep into the right low back. Inhale. Long exhale. Relax down. Noticing how you're feeling here in this moment. Has there been a shift in your physical energy, your mental energy, or emotional energy? Do you feel more connected in your spiritual energy? Just observe. Begin to learn what helps you and what holds you back. And on your next exhale, yogis, arms to a T, navel to spine. Make your way back up. If you'd like, you could come into a ball holding hamstrings or shins. You could go into a full body stretch. You do you, maybe both, or any final poses that will help you complete your practice. And when you're ready, we're going to end with a bit of a meditation. The calm, the peace that we cultivate in meditation is another way we can be mindful and manage our energy. So if it helps, take any discomfort out of the low back, know that you could use a blanket or pillows below your knees. Mindfully placing your legs, maybe feet about hip width, pinky toes maybe heavy to the floor, allowing your hips to relax a bit more. Let your shoulders again be smooth, as flat to the floor as feels right, and mindfully place your arms somewhere sustainable with palms up. Again, relaxing your shoulders. Allow the back of your neck to be long, chin drawing down into throat. And it's your choice, yogis, if you softly gaze at the ceiling, eyes unseeing, or if you let them drift completely closed. Maybe you take a few rounds of deep inhale and open mouth exhale to mark the beginning of this meditation, to drop even more into relaxation. And then allow the mind to rest as it gently watches your nourishing and natural inhales and exhales. Simply let the breath breathe itself. Remembering that love is the energy that heals all. Can you please take your attention to your pelvic floor? And as you rest your attention here, you might like to repeat to yourself, I am rooted in love. I am grounded in compassion. I am rooted in love. I am grounded in compassion. One more time. I am rooted in love. I am grounded in compassion. Taking your awareness next, a few inches below your navel. And here, you might say to yourself, I acknowledge the love and the beauty in all things, including myself. I acknowledge the love and beauty in all things, including myself. I acknowledge the love and beauty in all things, including myself. Bringing your awareness next to the very bottom of your ribs. Maybe saying, I act in loving and compassionate ways. I act in loving and compassionate ways. I act in loving and compassionate ways. Shifting your awareness to your heart center, the middle of your chest. Maybe repeating, I have love and compassion in my heart for all beings, including myself. I have love and compassion in my heart for all beings, including myself. I have love and compassion in my heart for all beings, including myself. next to your throat. Maybe repeating to yourself, I speak loving words and I listen with compassionate ears. I speak loving words and I listen with compassionate ears. I speak loving words and I listen with compassionate ears. Awareness moving to the center of your brow. I think loving and compassionate thoughts about myself and others. I think loving and compassionate thoughts about myself and others. I think loving and compassionate thoughts about myself and others. And finally, coming to the very top of your head, your crown. Maybe repeating, I am divine love. Or if you'd rather, I am universal love. Repeating 2 more times to yourself. And then just above your crown chakra, can you imagine golden, radiant light beginning to wash over you? Bright, yet soft, golden light encompassing your skull, flowing over the back of your neck, lightly over your face and throat, like golden honey continuing over the shoulders, down the back, over your heart space and your stomach, seeing this bright, radiant, loving, gold light, calming and soothing as it flows over your hips, your thighs, your calves, your ankles, your feet. Imagine yourself fully enveloped in this beautiful, golden, soothing and calming light. As always, yogis, you are welcome to stay here as long as you find it a benefit. If you decide you are ready to reawaken, can you let it be gentle, loving movement that you invite back into the body? Fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, maybe rocking the head side to side, gradually letting it become larger. Maybe eventually you'd like a full body stretch, rolling into fetal position on either side as you find it appropriate. Staying as long as it pleases you. And when you feel ready, it will be strong arms that helps you up to a comfortable seat. If you'd like, bringing palms together, thumbs to your heart. Another way to manage our energy is to practice gratitude. So take some time here and really consider 3 things, maybe more, that you are grateful for here and now. And in this gratitude, let it move beyond simply an idea and really feel this gratitude in your body. Where do you notice it? The love and the light in me recognizes and honors the love and the light in each of you. And when we are in this space, we are one. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this benefits your well-being.